Hello and welcome into the SorareAndrews show. I am Andrew Laird. You can find me as Lairdino on Sorare, joined by Andy Black on Sorare. Andy, it is amazing to me that you can listen to that whole song and not like bop your head or anything. You're just stone faced, just waiting for it to end.
I never said I was stone faced.
No, I can see you. You're stone faced.
You can see me?
Oh, I can.
Oh man, I gotta
He's
stop.
just there like this, waiting.
I gotta stop like picking my nose and like applying makeup.
Yeah.
I gotta get my blush on.
No, you're good. But yeah, thanks everyone for coming in. Major NFT hashtag winning first on the podium. Toby said, we're going to talk about, what did I say? Find a way to win instead of crying on Twitter about ways to lose. Halogen, I keep finding ways to win, but then my players find ways to lose again. Process over results, guys. That's all it is. Liam, Ricky, Matthew, are we winners if we had fun? Yeah, probably. Andy, you want to pronounce this one?
I'm going to skip the W. I'm going to say Zedkin did.
Skipping out. I'm not sure skipping the W, but thank you for coming in. I don't even know how to do that. Boston Sean, what's up? Bob Franklin, SGT, Quagga, Dev, Malky, Dan Casey getting the likes in early. Appreciate that. If everybody could go like the stream. I've been doing a lot of scouting today based on the previous streams and looking forward to the next installment. Do you think he thinks today is an installment about scouting and learning?
Of course.
Oof, of course. You know, the wrong show. Anyway, Mike Bastin, Genesis, Black, is this your Rivals results breakdown?
Yeah.
Rival
strategy talk.
Oh, man. Blue Tomatoes. Recomon, I've got a headache from this Champions League draw. I can't believe you guys are even watching that. Anyway. DNP Donkey, anyone else cheering for decisives this weekend from garbage collection pieces you want to buy? Andy, how do you feel about that? Basically live betting option that Sorare now has. Or have you not seen it?
Oh, the decisive thing? Can you buy a player after they get a decisive?
Yes.
Okay.
If we're ever wondering what the cost of essence is, or at least the cost of a box, we're about to find out.
Yeah. No, I think it's a cool little promotion. I don't think that do you think people are gonna like make decisions based on this? Yeah.
That makes it sound less degen-y than it is. Yes, I think people will buy cards of players who just scored so that they can get a box. Absolutely. All right.
I think if it was like something I was already planning on doing, that would be like maybe the thing that would like push me over the top. But I don't think I'm gonna be like this weekend. I'm gonna be like, I don't know, Jorgen Larson. Sorry, he's on my other screen. Scored a goal, and now I'm gonna buy his card.
You're definitely buying that card this weekend. I guess he needs the decisive first. Raymond said, afternoon, I need a contender keeper worth the hassle and monies. I know a bunch of contender keepers who are not playing this weekend, thanks to Typhoon number 10?
It's 10, yeah.
10.
Typhoon number 10.
It's like a lot of Typhoons.
How do you think that they name their Typhoons? And when do you think that if it's just a numbering system, do you think that those reset and win?
Yes. So I believe they start at 1, and then the next one is 2, and so on.
Gotcha.
And I think it's the same as what we have here for like hurricane season. It's not, I don't know what the official first day of hurricane season is, but I do find it very funny that we like name them.
Oh, I think that's outstanding. Like,
no, it's great, but I think it's very silly. We're like, we had this horrible hurricane, and somebody's like, let's name that one Andrew.
Laird, what's your favorite hurricane?
Well, obviously Hurricane Andrew. Yeah. I feel like I brought this up on a stream once, but I had a t-shirt. My parents went to Florida like months after Hurricane Andrew, and then brought me back a t-shirt that said, I survived Hurricane Andrew. And do I want to admit this next part? Gave it to like one of my first girlfriends. She didn't find it that funny.
It's pretty funny. I like
that. So
I think it'd be cooler if you could get a shirt that was just like, I am Hurricane Andrew.
Ooh,
Yeah.
surely you can.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can put anything on a shirt, I guess.
Do you think it's like, so looking back on it, it feel like it's really offensive? Like Hurricane Andrew was like very destructive. People lost their homes, and here I am just like sporting a t-shirt that's like, hey, I survived because I don't live there, but my name's Andrew. So no.
No, I mean, it's definitely not offensive at all as someone that didn't go through any of that like pain and hardship. Like honestly, uh, like they could have named it anything, right? And they picked your name. Like you're required to wear that shirt. I feel like or
That's
buy
fair.
that shirt.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
you're not the one that made the shirt.
And I didn't choose to name the Hurricane Andrew.
Yeah,
Yeah. But I don't know if you know this. So occasionally they will recycle names because there are only so many names they're willing to use. Andrew,
oh wait, they retired it?
they retired Andrew. There will never be another Hurricane Andrew, in case you're wondering.
Hanging from the rafters, baby.
Exactly. Anyway, Ryan Walter checking in from New York City. Ryan, you should have given me a call. Not that I can easily get, well, I can easily get there, actually. Packus, what's up? Josh XL, excuse me. It's my only way to know who Claudio Ranieri is. Oh, how? Wait. Oh, is he doing the UCL draw? Sorry, I moved on from that. Jack, what's up? Ricamon instant buy some collection pieces if they get a decisive. I think that's what we're gonna do. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. And then the snap buy and then the decisive is taken away. The own goal, and now you're just like, oh no, now I just have this card.
Will we get complaints of decisives that weren't given, but then they're given after the deadline, and then people want their box?
That's a good one. That's a good one. I don't know how generous they are with boxes. They're like, okay, fine, just take one.
Yeah,
we'll see. I don't know. Vita, what's up? Mike said, was it really Hurricane Andrew or just a misprint like the Freeze Matthew cards? No, it was very, very much a real Hurricane.
Did you get that shirt back?
Can I get it back?
No, did you get it back?
No. And actually, I can't even I can't even find the shirt anywhere. Like, I know exactly what it looks like, and I've looked for it randomly.
What do you search for something like that? Hurricane Andrew T-shirt?
Literally that.
Just out of curiosity.
Yeah. So the one that I had was a white T-shirt, and I believe Hurricane Andrew, like I survived, was in like this font that looked like it was blowing away, and then Hurricane Andrew was in bright purple.
Dude, it's the first thing that it comes up on Google.
I know exactly what you're talking about, and it's not the same one. Yeah, none of these are it.
Do you see one that says I survived Hurricane Andrew?
Hold on. Yeah, it's none of these. This one was much more like cartoonish. For those of you who are watching and are curious what these are, this is what I'm coming up with, unless you have something else.
Yeah, I've got a different one.
Yeah. Oh, you do?
I do.
Maybe, do I need to take out maybe just shirt?
I just did Hurricane Andrew T-shirt.
I thought that's what I did first. Yeah, it's none of these.
Don't do T-dash shirt. Just do that one right there. Fruit of the Loom VTG survived. It says I survived Hurricane Andrew.
It's not it. That's not it. This is very funny though. I'm not going to read that out loud though, so you guys are on your own. Anyway, be careful with your J League cards this week. I'll put it that.
That was the longest way to tell people to be careful with their J League cards.
I'm just saying, just be careful when you're
10 minutes to get to that point.
When you're in looking for contender goalkeeper, watch out. Agent Cooper says, is it time to talk about Sorare data streams having too much power? Cecilia in-season limited has literally doubled since the stream about in-season earlier this week. Lardino affects the Sorare market. So, Andy, this is why I feel particularly bad about this.
Yeah.
because Harry and I were talking about Sanfrecce because they have a very good matchup this weekend, and it was like, oh, you can win $1,000, and then the Osaka limiteds just like took off, and we were talking about Hayato. He says Arakai. I say Araki. I don't know which one is right. Whoops.
So, are you
And
maybe giving yourself a little too much credit here? Like,
I'm not giving myself any credit. I believe Agent Cooper is giving me credit.
you said that he has a favorable matchup.
I did.
So, do you think maybe it's the favorable matchup that is causing the price to go up, or was it the fact that you guys said it was a favorable matchup?
If I can take credit without getting in trouble for a poor result, then I will. Then it's the show.
Okay.
Otherwise, like if people are looking for
great
somebody
answer.
to blame, just like it's the matchup for sure.
Yeah.
Yep. Simple as that. So yeah, just be careful with Contender. I had to basically blow everything up because I had a Sanfrecce stack that I was going to play, and now I cannot play it. Not good. Not good, Andy.
I mean, you can still play it.
That is a good point. I could still play it.
Like it's just a little rain.
Is there like a Typhoon special? I haven't gone through all of the special weeklies this week. Is there one?
I think the only special is the Zidane special, right?
No. Andy. I was trying to play dumb here, but there are 3 specials this week.
Oh,
3.
God. Okay. Bring them on. Tell me what they are.
Meet Zidane.
Okay.
I have absolutely no idea what the entry requirements are because I had no intention of entering it.
Maybe you should have,
or what's the tacklers one
have
called?
a Zidane coach's card to get into that one. That would be a good.
You mean the legend?
Well, he had a coach's card too, right? Right.
Did he?
I thought so.
No. Who the hell was he even coaching?
Well, he coached didn't he coach Madrid for a year, and then he coached somewhere else for a year?
I don't think I stand corrected, Andy.
There's coaches cards, yeah. Look at that. So, that would be like a fun, and you'd have to like waste your goalkeeper slot or something with that. But I think that would be a good special weekly. Just saying.
It is crazy that they had a special weekly without a requirement to have a Zidane card.
Yeah.
Any card. Like there are 384 limiteds, 83 rares, 10 supers, and 2 uniques. Let those people have the option to meet Zidane.
And seeing as those cards are like the most useless on the platform
by far,
those people are probably the people that care the most, or like are Zidane's biggest fans, right? In theory.
Absolutely. And if they aren't, you're giving people the opportunity to buy into this competition by getting one of these cards.
Yeah.
He just said, I'm 95% sure nobody thought of it on the Sorare side.
Right.
It's amazing how many good ideas come out of this show, Andy, and they're just like, just wasted.
Yeah.
Maybe next time. Maybe for the Meet Michael Bradley special.
You and I will be competing.
Let's go.
Capital C competing. Do you get to meet his dad too?
I assume he doesn't go anywhere football related without his dad. So yeah, he'll be there.
The Bradley special.
The Bradley special, yeah.
All right. So what are the other specials?
So it's the top tacklers, where tackles and interceptions are worth 9 points each. I'm 90. I'll use the 95% that Vita uses here. I'm 95% sure that forwards will get the 9 points, even though they get 0 points right now for tackles.
Yeah, actually, that's a funny.
Like I'm fairly certain they'll get this right.
Is it they're multiplying it by 3?
Right. Yeah. Like who knows? Who knows what they're doing?
So, or will it be 6 that they're actually adding 6? Like,
yeah, I don't know, but I think, like Toby said, forwards, man, will get the points judging by how they worded it. The good news is, Andy, Sorare's never misworded anything in their time of communication.
It's weird to me though that it's called top tacklers, but interceptions are also worth 9.
It drives me absolutely insane.
But
But anyway, there's that, and then there's the second and final installment of the JPL special.
Okay.
Jupiler, if you will.
Gotcha.
So that's it. 3 specials. And no Leagues Cup. Because it's over, for those of you who are unaware.
Just out of curiosity, I just turned my fan on because it's hot in my office.
Can't hear it.
Can you hear it? Very good.
All good. It's the Jupiter special. If you win, you get to go to Jupiter.
I tried to get Jupiler beer. This is about a year ago. And it's really hard to find in the States, even though I think it's a AB InBev product now. I think they bought it.
Oh,
yeah.
Shouldn't it just come out of your faucet? Come on.
Yeah.
I've had it before, but I had to go to Belgium to do it.
Was it bad?
Nope. But it's beer.
It's like Bud Light. It's like their light beer.
It's light, yeah.
QCJ is saying it's not worth it. I agree. Like, it probably isn't, but I like to try different things.
Yeah, I mean, you. How long did you play Sorare, whose first league was the Jupiler League, before you found out that Jupiler was a beer?
It was a bit, but I thought you were going to ask me how long before I realized it wasn't Jupiter.
Nope.
And I will say I always knew that it was Jupiler, and it always made me laugh when people said Jupiter.
I believe Keith has said Jupiter for years, and then he just corrected him. What did he correct it to, though? Because the correction was wrong also. Juliper. That's what he called it.
Yeah.
Like almost a juniper, but not.
Yeah. I think, what kind of alcohol do they make out of? Is it gin from juniper? Or is it,
I have no idea.
Is it tequila, maybe? I think
tequila
it's
comes
gin.
from agave, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Gin, yeah.
Yeah.
Although apparently there are 7 juniper flavored spirits that aren't gin.
Like, it's like a vodka or something.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I didn't click through. Hold on. There's one. It's Greek. A Greek I always thought it was aperitif, but this is spelling it aperitif. There's like an extra I. Anyway, white wine and a natural juniper extract.
Okay, so they just put some gin in the wine.
Right. Exactly. It feels very appropriate that we have this liquor conversation just as Simo shows up. What's up? But yeah. So what were we talking about? Contender, and then I had something to say at some point.
We're talking about special weeklies.
There you go. Have you made lineups for this weekend?
Mm-mm. I think I've told you this 100 times now. I am the night before type of guy. Like, my Thursday night and my Monday night, those are lineup nights. And the best part for me is my wife and kids are going away tonight, and I get total freedom. I can start my lineups whenever I want. I'm going to get home from work. I'm going to take the dog on a walk, get the dog all worn out, make myself something delicious for dinner, and then gonna make some lineups.
Andy,
I've got bad decisions.
I've got 3 words for you.
Yeah.
Sorare after dark.
Hey, I could tonight, but tonight's gonna be a busy night.
So many excuses coming out of the Sorare after dark offices, over the past 3 months.
How long will it take me to do said lineups? These lineups are going to take a long time tonight.
Why?
Because there's a lot of stuff.
Because you're looking up the top tacklers and interceptors.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Which one of your players drink juniper berries? There we go.
Yeah, not doing that, but just, I don't know. There's MLS, there's EPL, there's lots of stuff going on. Speaking of EPL, that's where my well, I guess that would be more of a MLS thing, but that's where they're going off to. They're going to see Hamilton.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And you weren't invited?
they have season tickets to the theater, and I opted out to save money. I'm supporting the family. But that's like the only show I would want to go see.
Yeah, and then you said no.
Except this year they're also doing Back to the Future, which also would be pretty good to go see. Yeah, there's like a Broadway performance of Back to the Future.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
And the deal breaker for me on that, this is riveting content, I know, for everyone. The deal breaker for me on that is whether or not the soundtrack is like the Huey and the Lewis or Huey Lewis and the News soundtrack, or do they have to come up with their own bullshit?
Yeah.
If they gotta have their own bullshit,
really good. Like, yeah.
No,
is Huey involved? No, I'm out.
Yeah.
I think that's a completely reasonable stand.
Yeah. I'm sure I could Google that really easily.
Did you find out if it was or not?
No.
No, you don't.
No. No, I don't care. The power of love, baby.
Grem said, do we get to unwrap our condoms this weekend? I mean, if we're lucky enough, right?
Yeah. They didn't give an exact date. They just said September, right?
They did.
So it'll be September.
They didn't even give us like an early, mid, or late. It was just like September, which probably is the most reasonable thing to do.
Yeah. I've asked lots of people different things on these, and I think I asked you and Harry the other day about whether you would get the opportunity to like save them and not open them, or am I gonna have to click through each one and watch like a 3-minute reveal for each one to open? Like, I wonder what this is gonna be, or if you just wake up in the morning and they're all there.
So they are definitely not going to be opened for you because you have the choice to not open them. And
is that a fact? Like, you know that?
So I'll say I know it because they told us that if a player transfers to another club and like you bought the card for a collection, you can't open the card if you want to keep it in your collection. So like I have a Midland collection, and if someone transfers now, if I open the card, it'll show the new club, and now it won't be part of my Midland collection. So they're going to be like everyone is going to have collection pieces that are unopened cards.
I think it's stupid.
I agree.
To be 100% honest, there's going to be, it's like the collections are just going to get really wonky and goofy, especially for people that are trying to collect an entire collection of something. Like, a card may exist in that collection or it may not, depending on whether one person opens it or doesn't open it.
Correct. Yeah. Like there will be cards that actually, I wonder if they'll not like change the rule, but like what happens if like the only card of that player in a collection, which is currently wrapped, like transfers and they open it. And now like there's never, do you get credit for completing your collection if that card is not included? I don't know. But I assume you will have to open each one individually.
Well, surely they'll keep that process like, make it work fast.
Surely. Do you think, so they said that 10% of the cards will be special edition. Do you think that's 10% of each player or just 10% total?
Don't know. Great question.
Like, what if all of the Mbappes are special edition, but then like other players don't get any?
I think you're right though, because like, do they really have? I don't know. Let me find random player that has a.
Like everyone theoretically should have the same number of mints almost.
Like, did Kurt? Yeah, but did they all get multiple pictures taken? Like, will the special edition have like a different photograph, or will it be just a special design?
I assumed a design, but now that you say that,
because we had like the the ones where they were like
celebration cards.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that.
Ricomon said it should be 10% of each card, but should be and is, who knows?
Mike Baston with a great great comment there. Schrodinger's condom, and that's kind of where we're at with some of those.
I suppose. SGT here, Huey Lewis in the news, or Huey News and the Lewis. 19 top 10 hits. That's pretty good. Ooh, I like this. 10% will be in 4D.
You can smell them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Quagga said, I could see them just choosing a final value, say 3, and then if you have 3 of 1,000 or 13 of 1,000 or 643 of 1,000, it's special. I think that's too many cards, though. But again, I don't know if it's 10%. I don't know what the 10% is. They just said 10%, I think. If I really cared, I would go back to the blog.
Yeah, is it 10% of the player's total supply? Is it 10% of the sold supply?
Or is it 10% of the supply of the scarcity? Or is it like 10% of the scarcity, 10% of the total?
Yeah. In the end, I don't really care, but I just hope I get one.
Getting one
Or
would be
2.
fun.
Or 3.
Agent 3BZX said, last year I had the only rare card of a Millwall player transferred to League One and someone bought it for me for very expensively. I don't know who that player. I don't know. Was that you or me? I don't think I bought anybody from Millwall.
But I bought a player off Just Heat because it was a St. Louis player that I missed for my collection. I certainly overpaid for it, but it was like my 1 of 100 collection. I had to have it. So same situation. Was willing to pay more than what it was worth.
I did that this morning, actually. I was trying to look for the announcement, and I'm giving up. If anybody just wants to look for us. Ricomon said, I can't wait to get pointless special cards, but all the best players to be normal.
To be fair, it doesn't matter. As if you have like a collection, then make all of my crap cards special.
Yeah, I mean, for collection, that's definitely the case. But it's like for resale value, like a special Mbappe is worth more than a regular Mbappe.
Is it?
Who knows? Who knows? They're probably all worthless. Speaking of worthless, the topic for today. What did I call it? I already lost it here.
Something about like trying to win.
Find a way to win.
Yeah.
There it is. Andy. So I was going to talk about this tomorrow on the solo show, and I was like, nah, I'm going to make Andy talk about this today. And
let's go.
Yeah. So it's basically a response to not everyone, lots of people still complaining about how the game works now. And it feels like we went through this period, like during the transition period, where people were looking at the new gameplay and they were like, I don't like this, and responded to that by doing nothing. And then the new gameplay started and they were like, oh, I'm not winning. This sucks. This game is broken. And then just flaming it on Twitter. And there was another piece of people who saw the new game and were like, I don't like that, and sold their cards and left, which I think is perfectly reasonable.
Right.
And then there were people who saw the new game and they were like, hey, this looks cool. Let me play that. Let me plow money into it. And then there were people like us that were like, we're just here. We're just going to keep playing no matter
what. Like us? You're throwing me in a category here?
The category of that we were just going to keep playing regardless.
Well, yeah, but I would say I was closer to the one before. Like I had to make swooping changes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And but I don't think there was anything that they could have done that you and I were like, we're out.
They could do things, but in the end, it was like, if I want to keep playing and if I want to keep playing at like any type of competitive level, I need to make lots of changes.
Yes.
And I wasn't like thrilled with like the division structure and like whatever, but it was like, but my perspective was this is the game, and to play it well or decently well, whatever, I need to do these things.
Yes, and you did them,
I did them.
or you at least
Most of
moved in the
them.
direction of doing them. Yeah.
Right.
So it does feel like there were some people who, I guess there is also another kind of bucket of people who looked at the new game and said, I think I can do that, started to make changes, and then they were like, actually, this sucks. Or, they don't like it. And it
Right.
feels like a lot of the complaints that are happening today were known for the last couple months, and it wasn't until like the gameplay started that people were like, oh, wait a minute, I don't actually like this. And
I mean, we knew the game design since like what, March or something, or
yes, we did.
February.
So yes. And obviously, I think Essence, we didn't know really like how Essence was going to work back then. We were just too busy making fun of the fact that it was called Essence. And that's like a big part of the game now. We know that Sorare want us to play the in-season competitions as much as possible. And what I find a lot of people doing now is not looking at the game and thinking, where's like my best path to winning, or like where do I think I'm going to have the most fun? And instead they're just kind of like sitting on the cards that they got during this time where they were kind of adjusting to the new game, and whether they were right or wrong, they're being like negative about it without like taking the time to sit down and be like, how do you want to play this game? And it kind of came into mind during the stream with Harry, where we were going through the contender prize pools, and Harry was like, this is the only place that you can spend like $50 and have a legitimate chance to win $1,000. And I think people, like lots of people, look down on contender because it's clearly like, so it's the lowest priority for Sorare, but it's still something that provides like very good prizes. And I almost don't even want to say it too loud because I'm waiting for Sorare to be like, that is too much money for these cards. But anyway, but I feel like lots of people just need to like sit down and be like, how do you want to play this game? Because there are plenty of ways to play this game. It's not like you have to play every competition all the time. And that's what we need to like sit down and just be like, what do you want to get out of this game? And nobody's doing it. Or not nobody's doing it. Too many
Right.
people
I get what you're saying. Like one of the big things that I keep hearing is like about divisions. Like, should we get rid of divisions? Divisions need to go. Divisions suck, or the complete opposite. Divisions are amazing. Whatever. Like, fact of the matter is, divisions exist and they're here, and you have to deal with them. So, how are you going to deal with them? And like different things that I've looked at is, like I call it juggling teams between like certain divisions and trying to always keep a Division 1 if I can.
Yep.
I've got different competitions where like I don't have all the elite cards and like EPL or champion or any of those types of divisions, but I have like things that will pop off. But keeping a D1 is like sacred, and like nurturing that and making sure that it doesn't get relegated. And there's gonna be lots of weeks where I just don't play a D1 team. I'll play a D2 team, play a D3 team. I might take a Premier League side and throw them into something else, champion, because I don't care about champion. I don't have any good tacklers, I don't think, but put Kai Havertz in that, and he'll just get lots of fouls. But but like I think that's like the kind of the way that I'm looking at it is like, how can I keep this D1 team alive there? And like, when do I want to take risks? Like, I was looking at my teams for this week, and I have some favorable matchups. Like Pickford's playing at home, and Fulham has a good matchup against Ipswich, but they are on the road. I got Rice at home against Brighton or something.
Yep.
It's like, those are good matchups, but none of them are like, they're not smash type of spots.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't think I'm actually going to run a team. Like, when I look at my team, it's like the pick score is high, lots of players playing at home. Most of the matchups are good, but I don't consider them like complete smashers. And I don't think I'm going to run a D1 team this week. I'll play that team in D2, and great. If they pop off, now I got 2 D1 teams. But that's kind of like my approach to the divisions, is just like really taking care of those D1 teams and making sure that I don't get relegated.
Vince said, "You've got rice at home." That's what my mom used to say when I'd ask for McDonald's.
Beans
Anyway,
and rice, baby.
Arsenal are the biggest favorite of the week in the Prem.
Yeah. If that's one player, I don't know.
Yeah.
Is
Toby
rice
said, "I don't
really-
have tacklers." Black guy who has lots of Liga MX cards who are the highest tacklers. In fairness, I think he was talking about the Prem tackler, like when I said the Premier League guys to play in top tackler. So there are two comments here I wanted to grab. Josh XL said, "Sitting on classics, complaining about lack of rewards in classic is just the next rung up from sitting on classic, complaining about threshold going." And this wasn't in response, but I think we need some context here from DNP Donkey. It said, "What they didn't tell us was how much worse classic would be. I think once most of the supply is out, they will fix this, as they won't need to pump in season when the supply is gone." So they didn't tell us that classic would get worse, because we've known this for years, that every year more cards were going to be coming into the game and it would just get harder. And what they did do is make an incentive to not play your in-season cards in classic competitions. Like, this game would be so much harder if we didn't have in-season contests, because all of those cards would be in classic competitions trying to win classic cards.
Yeah, agreed. I love Colonel Dickweed's comment here, because like it affected me recently. I've been talking to some friends about making some EPL shit stacks.
Before you go any further, I think this is the worst idea that Discord has ever come up with.
Agreed.
But good luck to you guys. Anyway,
well, I'm not. I currently haven't
you're not
bought
doing
cards.
it.
Well, why would I buy cards when the team's definitely going to start in D4 or D5 if I do limited, because I was looking at limited as well. And to prop up a shit stack, now you need 5 elite cards to try to get a team to D1.
Right.
You get that team to D1, your shit stack has a favorable matchup, you toss them in there maybe. Maybe you don't, maybe you do. Maybe you play your 5 good players. Like, that's also a good strategy. But running 5 Nottingham Forest guys in D5 this weekend so that I can win $12 does not, like, I'm not.
And a promotion.
Excited. Yeah, and a promotion. I'm not real excited about that. So I will say, starting in D4 or D5 or D3 for rare or wherever has kept me from wanting to buy cards, because I know that it's just an uphill climb. It's a slog,
is it too hard for you?
Yeah. You know what? I could have played in Bundesliga to start this year, but I would have been at the very bottom. I played Premier League last year, and I had a D1 and 2 D2 teams in Classic for the start of this year. And I was like, oh, well, why won't I just start there? Like, I'll get rid of my Bundes cards. I'll get all Premier League cards. And now I'm in the divisions where I basically want to start in.
But they didn't do that?
What's that? No, they did.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, so I started in like good division spots with the teams that I started in. But back to Colonel Dickweed's point, like that's almost a detriment to wanting to buy cards at this point. Is like, oh, I got to start at the very, very bottom, or to start competing in a new division. So if I bought new cards to play in a new Premier League in season or something, I'd be fine. But if I want to go play La Liga or Bundesliga, get reset all the way to the bottom. Even if I buy 5 elite cards.
Yeah. I'm not sure. We talked about it a little bit yesterday during the show, and they had some ideas in chat of essentially like ways to like earn your spot, as opposed to just like earn your spot in a division versus just being placed in one.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure there's like an easy. I don't think there's an easy way to do it other than, you just start at the bottom.
It should just be like golf. Have you ever played in a scramble when they have flights?
Yeah.
So if you score 500 points and you win, Larry, great. But if you know where I'm going with this,
yeah,
it's so stupid. I hate That's the thing I hate most about like playing in a golf scramble is they're like, oh, you won C flight. Like, well, if I would have done one stroke better, I would have came in last place in B flight.
Right. Yeah, I think there's a game element that they obviously want of this, like progressing through the game, and the divisions are the easiest one to do that. But I feel like there are lots of users, and like Sean is one of them, that like there's no part of that is entertaining to him.
Sure.
He just wants to win the best prize and just keep on playing.
Yeah, and to be fair, I'm kind of that way too, where like if I can avoid having to go through all that pain, I'll just avoid it and I'll go play Contender or something. I'll go play somewhere that I'm already established in.
Mm-hmm. You stay away from Contender. Other than League MX, I guess. There was, hold on, sorry. Ryan Dino said, unless the number of rewards are vastly different from last year, surely the classic season this season is the same as the game was last season, apart from money as part of rewards. Like it almost feels like the lack of threshold makes people think that rewards, like classic rewards, are down somehow. Like obviously I guess we do still have podiums. I assume the podiums are smaller. I don't know if they are like classic podiums. I don't know if they're lower than they were. I never won them anyway. So, but like,
I'll wait till we have Peter's analysis.
Peter tells us, yeah.
Yeah.
I just it just kind of throws me into like a slight fit of rage when everybody talks about how different classic is, when it's not drastically different in terms of the number of cards that are being won. And obviously, like Essence, I don't think people count Essence, which is really dumb to me, because like 20 Essence is your tier 5 card that you would have won with your score last year, except you have a 1% chance at a star. Like why?
Yeah. Because it's obscure and you really don't like. There's no. It's hard to track. It's hard to like. I don't know. Put a number on that.
Mm-hmm. No, we can. Pete's going to do it for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Josh said, back to Colonel Dickweed's point, is absolutely a line from a wartime British sitcom. I think we confirmed he's not really a colonel, though.
What's a wartime British sitcom?
That's a good point too. You got me. KB said, plus a level up, but it lets you promote a Division 1. Wait, what? Like a promotion to Division 1 one time in a box?
Or how about just a promotion in a box?
I would love
lots of things. Put lots of things in a box.
I would love a avoid relegation chip or something.
That's good. You wouldn't like a promotion?
Sure. I'd take both.
Would that screw up their numbers so much though?
I'm sure they would say yes, but like if 3 more people were in Division 1, is that really breaking the game?
No, I think it's an awesome idea, and it's a different thing to win in the boxes. Although I think you'll still want the essence, but
I agree.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like you said, if it keeps you from getting demoted to D2, and you can use that on a D1 team, I don't know. You might want that.
Yeah. So I think what is really nice about somebody mentioned it yesterday. It wasn't a throwaway lineup, but they were like, the promotion and relegation stops you from making like a Hail Mary lineup. I don't know what nobody knows that term.
Yeah, that's a good term.
But if you knew that you could use a chip and you like weren't getting relegated, then you would do that. You would play these long shot lineups.
Play your Nottingham Forest stack.
Right. Yeah, absolutely would. Like, why not? Let's see.
What I was going to say earlier, Laird, was would you rather have a tier 5 card?
I would rather 1 essence than a tier 5 card.
Okay. Would you rather have a tier 5 card, 1 essence, or the relegation chip?
A chip? I think I'd rather the chip.
I think so.
If I had the chip, like I would run my Typhoon stack this week.
Yeah, you could take more risks. Which
Right.
you'll still run your Typhoon stack, but you'll probably run it in the lowest division, right? Or do you not have
probably
any?
won't run it at all.
Not
Or I'll
even
run
like
it in Top Tackler or the
okay.
Zidane. Okay. Oh, can I
Yeah.
use it in this? Hold on. What are the rules for this Zidane special?
I haven't looked.
Let's see. Can I use a Sanfrecce stack to meet Zidane? Minimum 3 new season cards. That's it. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Oh, it's champ. Damn. Oh, I hate Sorare. Selling up.
Win chip.
Yeah.
Gotta get Gator to tweet that out.
Imagine you could trade Essence, for chips.
Ooh, or so coins.
Am I running my quote heavy rain in Houston stack? Houston's more of the it's a lightning problem in Houston.
You're thinking of Dallas.
Well, I know we were in Dallas. I lost a lineup because of lightning in Houston once.
Yeah.
Blue Tomato said, imagine you could buy a I won't get relegated chip in the shop as a micro transaction. I don't feel like that should be a micro cost.
What do you think that should cost in dollars? Would you pay $20 to keep a team from getting relegated?
No, I wouldn't.
Would you pay $19?
Yeah. I think like 3 to 5 is where I would start to consider it.
Here, no, better game. What would Sean pay to keep a team from getting relegated? We'll start the bid at $50. I think he'd pay more.
Do you?
Maybe. Depends on the scarcity, I guess.
How about this? The price goes up as the game week progresses. Like you can buy it for $5. It's
like deal or no deal.
And then by the end, it's like once your relegation has been like confirmed, it's like $500 and you're still in.
I like that.
Oh, I like this from Germ. They should just auction them. Let the market decide what it's worth.
Very good. Very good.
I think
the auctions are in so coins.
That's what I mean. So that's exactly where I was going with that. And I see Nanza just being like, I'm buying them all. Don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I do think, so I was talking to Peter Stoyanov. Peter, I don't want to give away too much, but Peter's getting concerned about Essence and boxes.
Peter needs to have a couple drinks, smoke a little weed, do something, just relax, man. Calm down. It's all going to be okay. This Essence stuff is just going to all take care of itself.
I think if he does those things, then we'll find out the truth of why he's so concerned. So anyway, but what we were talking about basically came down to they need more things in the boxes. And like all they have now are Essence and level ups.
Dude, how bad does it suck to get a level up right now?
Andy, I've won 4 super rare boxes, classic. 20% chance of a level up. 80% chance of some kind of Essence, and I won no Essence. None.
That's horrible, man. I feel horrible for you because that is the worst feeling is seeing that power up logo. It's just like, oh, literally have power ups on every card. It feels like now.
It's like actually infuriating. But that being said, these motherfuckers at Sorare almost got me yesterday, where I was like, maybe I should
clipping that.
Yeah, please. I was like, maybe I should just play in season super rare because 50% get boxes and the Essence one like things. There are no level ups in season. And yeah, if I could sell my classic ones for 1/10 of what the in season cost, I would highly consider it. Anyway, Blue Tomato said, I think 2 level ups are even more provocative than just the 1 level up. Yeah, I won 1 and then 2. Like 2 boxes gave me 3 level ups. And I was just like, I was so.
I didn't know that you could win more than 1 in a box.
Yeah. You can win up to 3, I think.
Hmm.
Because that's what we all want.
Yeah.
But they got me. Bob said they'll just adjust the cost of crafting to make the numbers work. So, like, I think they will have to do that. But I think that's going to look like there's no positive way to tell everybody that. So I think the solution, Andy, is Essence to win Essence. Use Essence to craft more Essence to craft cards.
Oh, so like I could trade in 20 rare Essence for a blue Essence?
No. 20, whatever other name whatever mystical name we come up with. Collect all of that, convert that into Essence, which are then converted in. Yeah.
I think that you guys are just a little too worried about all this, and you just need to not worry about it that much.
Like I said, when the gameplay changed, we were just going to stick around because who cares? And you somehow said that wasn't right.
Yeah, just stop worrying about it, guys. Peter, just don't worry about it, man. It'll be okay.
Josh said up until 27th rewards, 8 limited Mbappes were given out as rewards. 7 were from Essence or boxes. I don't think that's like, I think that's how this game is going to work from now on. Like,
and how many of those were content creators?
I assume all of them. I also don't appreciate but understand why they don't give me good crafted cards, because I think that.
Yeah, what's up with that? Would it be too obvious?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I did get a good card out of a box once. But crafting, yeah, it does allow me to learn new players who I immediately try to send to bots and they'd reject them. Yeah. Toby said they could at least give you a $5 Juninho rare from Essence. I did win another card from a Midtjylland card that I bought on auction. I did get like an extra one. That saved me $3. Halogen said, hear me out, burn mechanism, and I've already stopped hearing you out. I'm not even reading the rest of it. This is a good question from KB. Will Peter's Essence paper, result in Sorare nerfing it? I don't know. The good news is if they do, we know exactly who to blame, because everything was perfectly fine until Peter pointed out the truth.
Or Peter's going to find that everything's going to be all right.
That could be true. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
And he's like, actually, this is like the most genius thing ever created in Web3.
Yeah, their numbers perfectly line up. It's perfect.
Yeah. If anything, they could be giving out more Essence. Stay tuned.
Not to speculate or anything.
Right. If I'm speculating, I'm going the other way anyway. How do you feel about Essence, Andy? Have you been crafting?
Yeah. I did the thing the other day that everybody said to do, which was spend all your Essence. And it was horrible because I got all horrible players. So I'm not going to do that anymore. My other experience with Essence was I saved up, I think it was 100 Essence for a tier 3. And we were out with the boys at the bar, and one of our friends that plays Rivals was like, "Oh, cool! You've got like a thing to open or whatever." And I was like, "Yeah, it's gonna be a good one too because it's a tier 3." And so I slid the thing over, and the animation started, but I don't know if like my Wi-Fi connection was bad or something, or if the app just crashed, because legit it just went to a black screen, and we both kind of like looked at each other like. I think he even said, yeah, it does that to me sometimes when I'm opening my Rivals boxes. And I was like, oh, okay. So I killed the app, relaunched the app, Real Sorare user experience here. Went to my club, and there I saw a Yusuf Fofana. He's like a backup midfielder that doesn't play for AC Milan. And I was like, oh, that was fun.
You have a Milan collection,
No,
don't you? I mean,
not
not
anymore.
a new season, but
No, well, not anymore.
oh,
We had to get them out, Laird.
really? I didn't know.
I mean,
that.
what competition was I going to use those in? Champion?
Champ.
No, not doing it.
I will
Champion is where I waste my lineups when I don't want to burn a D1 team in EPL.
Are you in D3 and 4 for rare champ, or you just don't
champ,
care to like?
I throw slop in there, so it'll be the lowest possible divisions.
Yeah. That's fair. Josh said, how much do you think people will overpay for an average of like 18 essence from the boxes this weekend? I wonder what like the highest, like it won't be easy to quantify this other than like the time, but like if Haaland scores this weekend and somebody's like, I will buy that Haaland limited now. Apparently Fofana was going to play regularly.
Yeah, and Blue Tomatoes said give him some time because
Where did he go? He just got to Milan?
I guess, yeah. I don't know. I assume that's where he is. I don't really care. I wanted like a player that I was going to use, and I'm not going to use him. So he's listed. So Blue Tomatoes or Tomatoes or Real Life Travel, if you're interested in a Yusuf Fofana, I will sell him at a very discounted price.
This guy?
Yeah.
I think I owned his card once. Josh said, I think there'll be some horrendous instant buys, hopefully followed by a VAR review.
That would be hilarious.
ZM said, is Peter's head going to explode with the top tackler giving possibly 60 essence?
How does it give 60 essence?
It's in the box.
Oh, man.
The top tackler box.
Peter's going to have to smoke some really strong stuff. Like some crazy weed for Peter. So
in limited, yeah. So there are boxes, and then so here you go. 1% chance of 60. 20% chance for level ups. What do you think they could reasonably replace this 20% with?
I mean, I guess some market credits and our relegation chips. And I guess some jerseys. Get some of those in there.
Like,
yeah, Peter's going to be dabbing.
I don't think anyone wants level ups anymore.
No. But I think you have to put them in there because it's like something that you can. It's like winning a lump of coal. Somebody has to win the lump of coal, guys. So it's okay to have some in there. We should maybe different flavors of coal though. Like the market credits are kind of like coal as well.
What do you think about the fact that the super rare tackler does not have boxes?
Of course, because yeah, I mean, you know how I feel about that. Of course, it doesn't.
What do you think the reasoning is to not do it there?
Because Sorare's like, fuck them.
Is there too much super rare essence out there, and they're like, whoa, we got to slow this down? Which I actually think Peter might have said also.
It's like they purposely do it now just to troll the community.
It does kind of feel that way.
Yeah.
And there I am buying more super rares.
Me too. Hey, like Sean always says, moron's gonna moron. And
in fairness, he's buying super rares too.
Yeah. Okay.
Classic super rares, no less. Josh said, what would be more annoying, level ups or an empty box chance?
I think personally, a level up is like an empty box to me.
I think I would rather coins than level ups at this point.
Yeah. Which coins have absolutely zero utility.
Zero. Oh, not zero. I think you can still get stuff. Did you see they stopped rewarding them in football?
Did they?
Yep.
I don't know. I guess
Yeah,
I can
you
open
still get
another
more
academy team. Just what I want to do, train more. Wait, do you own all of those?
No, I own these
okay.
two.
I see. You're not going to spend 15K on that third one?
I thought of it.
Get a little more training in?
I think if I had gotten over 215,000, like I don't like that I'll dip under 200,000 if I do it.
Mm.
Okay, merch, nothing. Skins, nothing. We got some boosts. And then these, can I buy these? I can't even buy anything.
Paul's got a question for you. What do you prefer between level ups or nothing? Some rewards have to be better than others.
I think we consider level ups nothing now. So like, yeah, the level up is better than nothing.
Yeah.
I
mean,
think
that's
the
kind of
real
my
answer is like, what else can we put in there? And that's what I'm more interested in discussing.
Well, yeah, like the relegation chip or promotion chip.
Yep.
I think those are neat ideas. They might be like fearful of like affecting actual gameplay mechanisms, though. I mean, I like the idea of like the lump of coal. Somebody has to get the lump of coal.
Nobody wants that other than you.
Of course, you don't want it, but like, there has to be a chance for a lump of coal.
That's the level up.
Right.
Yeah. I think Paul said we can't do jerseys because there's just not enough of them. The promotion chip and relegation chip, you could even do it per division. Like I have a chip that promotes me from 3 to 4, and so you're not necessarily like
you can't just use it anywhere.
I mean, you could have one that's anywhere, but also just a lump of coal progression bar would be fun. I just think it's starting to feel stale. It's starting to feel like coins. Essence, obviously, way more like important than coins.
Yeah.
But level ups are starting to feel like coins. That you're just like, oh, you just have them for nothing. Paul said, I have another idea, but I don't want to make everything collapse. It's called fast track. I think that's the same idea, right? Just play level 1 or play Division 1 this week.
Yeah. I almost feel like I like Laird's idea better though, where it's like the relegation prevention, because it allows you to take risks, so you can do kind of goofy, silly, crazy strategies. But if you're demoted, you go to D5. That's brutal.
That's brutal. I like this. Something that lets your classic cards be in season for one game.
Yeah, I mean that's interesting. Like obviously that affects Sorare's bottom line, so like they have to be careful about whether they want to do that or not.
Yeah, I think I prefer, like, I think people prefer to have an out after doing something stupid as opposed to being able to have a ticket to do something stupid. Does that make sense?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I will definitely do more stupid things if you give me that relegation chip. I'll make lots of bad decisions.
Right, like every so often it'll hit. And that's the only one we'll talk about. But like for the most part, people are like, I'm playing D1 this week and I've got my terrible lineup. Like it's not going to affect scores at all.
Like, do you guys remember when I played my West Ham stack against Man City and West Ham won 3-0 and I won all the rewards?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not doing that this weekend.
No.
Man, there's going to be lots of relegation for me this weekend. God, this weekend is going to suck.
No. Top tackler, Zidane special.
I guess somebody's got to tackle all those Man City players, right?
That's right. Paul said, I like the 1 game week in season chip to use. So is the idea there that like you make a classic lineup, but you can enter it in an in-season competition?
Well, it would be one player. So like
Oh,
if
one player, not the
yeah,
lineup.
yeah. So like if you wanted to upgrade your Rodrigo Classic for one game week to an end season, you could do that, and then it might change the way that you can put together the rest of your lineup. Or if you had like a player,
Isn't it just as easy as like you can play 2 classic cards this week in-season?
yeah, I mean, call it what you want to call it, I guess. But yeah, it might offer a little flexibility for people.
Yeah. Josh said 10% level up, 10% add level up amount to card. I'm not sure what that means. Bob said contender would be brutal with the Chinese Super League players. It's so funny because as soon as I said it out loud, I was like, I don't think I want this anymore. Never mind.
Is that league ongoing right now?
It's got they got like 6 or 7 games left, maybe a little
Just
more.
end it.
Oh, so Josh was saying that you can use more than 3 chips on a card. Like if there was a token that allowed you to do that. I think the problem is like selling that card, it stays with it. I don't know. Toby said we can't be making Lule in season. I mean, you can play him in season now. Mike said we need shirts, shorts, socks, boots, and gloves. Sorare branded.
Mike's a full kit guy. He wants to wear the Sorare full kit.
With the gloves, no less. You know what I would love in a box? Let me rephrase. What I would just like to win is the Messi, not the one he wore, but like the Sorare jersey that Messi wore.
Yeah.
Not this new Rivals one that. Where's this Messi one? There.
If you won Sorare underwear, would you wear it?
Yeah.
With the logo on the front or the back? Legitimate question, Laird. Needs to be answered.
I don't know why I find that so funny.
Neither do I.
I want to win this. That shirt. I'll take the shorts and the socks. That's fine, but I'll wear the shirt. If
ZM, I think boxer briefs would be
that's a good idea. If I could get this shirt, I'll wear it for every single stream I do. I'm going to regret saying that.
I always think collared jerseys are weird.
Totally agree. But like, I'm not really a jersey guy. I wear them sometimes, but like, I'll wear that to a nice occasion.
Paul wants to know what your address is.
Yes, let's go.
He's calling your shot.
Let's go. I don't want to dox myself. Oh. Peter said, I'd like to revamp collections. It's based on owning players, but also to using those players based on challenges, then have tokens in boxes used to... Peter, what are we...
Peter, dude. Peter, take a load off, buddy. Come on.
Like, yeah.
Time to dab. Find that one hitter, Peter.
Oh, I like this little play on words here. Sorare down underwear.
Don't joke about that though, Matt, because the Down Under boys are very likely to just do a stream in their underwear. So careful.
Oh, I thought you were going to say they're very likely to like get Sorare underwear, like make Sorare underwear, and then
sure they would.
Yeah, they should. Paul, surely there's a box of these jerseys somewhere, right? Like you guys got one made, one. And Lionel's in Miami right now, just wearing it. Like, come on.
Actually, Paul did he get to keep the jersey, or did he give it back? It's
a good question. I would assume he didn't do all of this, and he's like, I'm taking this. This one's coming with me.
Yeah, Sorare data membership would be a good idea. It's almost like that. We talked about that before.
Yeah. Oh, there is a box of these jerseys. I'm going to have to move to Paris, aren't I? He said, I got one just to rub it in, and the Rivals jersey is much better. Why would it be better? You know what I just noticed? I never noticed this on the original one. It actually says "Own Your Game" on the sleeve.
It's like a patch.
Yeah. Like, seriously, this shirt is awesome.
What about that black soccer ball? How do we feel about that black soccer ball?
I bet it's brown. It's like leather.
No.
Is he in the factory? Has this been around for years and we just didn't realize it? Is he a scientist?
Let me click on that button. I think they look similar there. But I don't
in the background. I agree, guys. My God, it's been here the whole time. Man. Anyway, so what else are we putting in boxes?
Besides the memberships?
Yeah.
And the boxers or the briefs or the boxer briefs. I assume he mentioned not wanting to do jerseys. I assume any merchandise would be bad from a like logistics standpoint, shipping and all of that crap. So
I agree with that. Even though they outsource all that stuff, like they probably have to pay. That's a pretty significant cost. I get it.
It's very expensive, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Jimmer got a really cool jersey. It was not a signed jersey, but he won a cool jersey the other day from Sorare.
That's fun.
He won a Ciro Immobile. Immobile? Yeah.
Wow. Lazio?
Yeah, and it's a pretty jersey. It's gonna look really nice on him. Maybe like on that, a stream. Maybe on a stream one of these days.
The light blue?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. Anyway, we should just do a whole show about what should be in boxes.
Nah. I feel like
not our job.
We've talked a lot about like that, and I think there's a lot of good ideas out there. I think somebody mention the I think even Paul liked it. It was the turning a classic card into a in season for one game week. That's a cool idea. The promotion and relegation chips are good ideas. I think just anything that just adds a little more variety like that's lower no cost to Sorare is a good idea.
Do you think there's a point where there are too many things that you could win? I know that sounds very strange, but like when you go to look at what is possible in a box, and if there are like 20 things listed, is that
we're pretty far away from that right now? I think there's 3 things that you can actually win.
Well, I'm just thinking of when they show like the probabilities of winning everything, because there are 3 things you can win now. 2, right? Is it just essence and?
I'll be honest, I don't even click into that stuff. I just looked at when I look at the prizes, I looked at its boxes and cards or cash or whatever. Yeah. I don't care what is in the box. I mean, I care what's in the box, but I'm not going to click on the thing. Like when you said that the top tacklers had a box that had 60 essence in it, I would have never known.
Right. Oh, that's fair. That's fair. I think a lot of people, didn't even know there were boxes in that competition. Maybe they play super rare because there are none. But I was just saying, like, there are people who do that, who like look to see what the percentages are. And I think it's less about the percentages and more of just like what you actually can win. So like that top tackler, like there's nowhere else that you can win 60 essence. And while it's 1%, that's fine. But at some point, but there are like different levels. There's 3, 5, 10, whatever it is.
Right.
But
to me, that's a thing that you can win in a box. It's not 4 different things. It's
yeah.
you
No,
win
no, I
essence.
agree with you on that. But I
Yeah.
think that just from a visual standpoint, if they continue to say to distribute essence in different amounts, and you have level ups, and let's say they're jerseys or whatever, like at some point the list of things you can win is almost like too long.
Not my problem.
Yeah.
Not my problem, Laird.
Okay. That's fair. Peter said if they can figure out how to do cosmetics on or with cards, then there's a lot that could be added to the boxes. It's funny because I completely agree with Peter on this one. And like, I think cosmetics are infinitely more exciting than level ups. Like, I would never win another level up again if there were cool cosmetics that we could put on our cards or around our cards or wherever. But there are a number of people who are like, I could not care less about cosmetics. I don't need to decorate my cards. And so it's not everybody's going to love it, but that seems so easy to me.
Laird, I think that we've been around long enough to know that not everybody's going to love everything.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I'm sure there's people out there that don't like, essence, psychopaths, but they don't like essence. Or they don't like that it's called essence. Like who would joke or like make fun of the term essence?
It was such I can't even get it out. I was gonna say it was so obviously good right at the beginning. I don't know why anybody would have ever been negative.
Yeah.
Peter said I would love $1,000 in a box.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, actually, that's like such a you say that, but like it's such a simple thing. Like just put some money in a box.
Market credits are that.
No, I put actual money in a box. $5 in a box.
Cash though, you have
Starbucks
to
gift
go to
card
Paris to
in a
pick it
box.
up.
Yeah. See, we're starting to like angle into just a completely another show that we had where we were talking about fruit, birds, and other things in boxes. Which again, I think I've dropped into your streams the last 2 days and told you that I ate peaches. I did not eat a peach today.
Yeah,
No
the day is
peaches.
young.
It is. It is. I'll have one later. I did have a bagel this morning for breakfast. Bagels are tier 1 breakfast. Absolutely love a bagel with some cream cheese. Got it toasted.
I can't. So, like growing up in New York,
Oh,
I
come
shiver at
on.
the idea of what your bagels look like.
Come on. Such an elitist over there. Oh,
I am
I get the perfect New York
100%,
City bagel.
100% a bagel elitist. Absolutely.
Do you know about the St. Louis cut of bagels?
Wait, I do. What is it that you psychos do? It's
Well, we don't
do you
need.
slice it like in
Yeah,
pieces?
and then you take the chunk of bagel and you dip it in the cream cheese.
Yeah, absolute like animals, you guys.
Okay, so I don't do that, but if I go somewhere and they have them, I'm like, oh, this is actually kind of nice. I get my own little personal cream cheese container, and I'll dip it, and it's like I wouldn't do this on my own, but it's kind of nice.
Absolute Neanderthals. Can't beat a crumpet in the morning.
Yeah, very very Mike Bastion of you to be eating crumpets. Crumpets with your tea.
Is that just basically an English muffin? A crumpet?
I'll be honest, I don't know. I just know that it's like a British thing.
Hilo has a great question here. Andy, I'm curious where you fall under the bacon, egg, and cheese or sausage, egg, and cheese.
Sausage. I love bacon, but there's just something about like the perfectness of a bacon, egg, and cheese. And it can be on a croissant, it can be on a biscuit, it can be on a English muffin. Like all of those things play nicely, but it's just like proportioned perfectly. I want my bacon on a BLT is where I want my bacon.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. I think my go-to is bacon. I got to be in the mood for sausage, but I'm in the mood more often than randomly. ZM Star said you're one step below Cro-Magnon with your bagel eating. I just can't believe anybody like saw a bagel and then came up with that eating style.
Yeah. To be fair, like this morning when I made a bagel, I cut it in half and I put it in my toaster. I toasted it like a normal human being, put some cream cheese on it, and I drove into work and I ate it.
In 2 pieces, or did you sandwich it?
Don't sandwich it. No.
Okay.
Is that normal behavior?
I think it's choose your own adventure on that one.
Good.
Hyla said, can we at least all agree fish should be nowhere near a bagel? And unfortunately, I cannot agree.
Wait, you put fish on a bagel?
Like smoked lox? When they're around, absolutely. That might be a redundant statement. I think lox are always smoked.
That's gross.
No, it's no.
You know what's good?
Taylor Ham, apparently from ZM Star, also known as pork roll.
You know what's good is when you take your bagel and then you make some eggs, maybe some sausage, something like that. Make a little bagel sandwich. Very good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like a bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagel is like top tier breakfast to me. Are you an everything bagel fan?
Oh yeah.
Do you ever
But
buy
the plain ones
everything?
are fine too. Like literally any type of bagel.
Well, there was a follow-up to that, a bacon, egg, or everything bagel spice. Have you ever bought that? It's literally like
everything and what?
So everything that's on an everything bagel, it's in like a spice jar, and you can like put it on other things.
Huh. Yeah, I'm in.
It's like I can't make eggs without it now. I actually put it up. Speaking of which, I actually put it on salmon before I cook it either way. Salmon and cream cheese bagel, absolute tier 0. Yeah. Yeah. Harry's in. Yeah.
Okay. Try anything once.
Yeah. Harry's on the everything bagel spice too. Maybe I'll bring it on stream next week. I'll show you. I get it at BJ's, things like this big. It's great. That sounds very upper class. The everything bagel spice or all of this salmon talk?
Like, what do you put that on? Like when you're just like what do you take that
everything
spice?
Bagel spice?
Yeah.
I literally will like, if I'm making like an omelet, I will literally like sprinkle it into the omelet.
Yeah, that sounds good.
It's actually, I do that every day actually, because I pretty much eat the same breakfast every day.
All right, so you eat an omelet and what else? Some toast?
Yes. Pretty much every day.
Do you ever turn them into a little Sammy?
I don't, but only because I usually eat a spinach omelet, and spinach, I don't know, it doesn't. Eating spinach like that.
Great on a sandwich.
Yeah. Rob said next year we'll be spreading caviar on them. Sorare boxers, but the O is a bagel. We've lost it.
Matthew Wee just wants to know a simple answer to a question. Why do bagels have holes?
A lot of New York City bagels don't.
You're just gonna like statement of fact. You're not gonna give a reasoning or anything.
No, I think they grow enough where the hole is, no holes. There, I'll show you. But I'm fully bagel.
Peter said that's just bread. I think he might be right.
No. Where's a good example? These have holes, so they must not be. I don't know. I can't find anything. Google's failing me. Wonder if
TV
I
said that donuts and bagels have to have holes. And I kind of agree. If they don't have holes, then they're basically just something else.
they're just bread, as somebody said.
Well, I mean, like a cinnamon roll doesn't have a hole, but it's not really a donut anymore. It's a cinnamon roll.
It's just like this. It's not that it doesn't have one. It just kind of like closes.
Kind of puckers up a little bit there, doesn't it?
Katie said donuts and bagels have to have holes. I don't think that's right. Can you buy the holes separately? I don't think there are bagel holes anywhere.
You did pick out a weird photograph to share there.
But it basically that's what they look like. Let me see. I mean, yeah. I mean, not all of them. Plenty of them have holes. I'm just saying there's some that don't. Man. The hole is just a marketing gimmick to make consumers pay more. Yeah. Anyway.
I put so much cream cheese on my bagels that cream cheese like comes out.
I think that's pretty standard.
Yeah.
Hold on, as I noticed that in one of the pictures here when I was searching for it. I don't know why it looks like
Don't pull it up.
No, it's fine. It's this. But like this is kind of how you do it?
Yeah, closer to the one on the left.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's also complete barbarianism. Like, I'm not that bad.
You're not that bad? That's fair.
Yeah.
Thoughts on flagels?
I don't know what a flagel is.
I don't either.
Probably is that like a, I don't know.
I'm looking. A flagel, also it's just a flat bagel. Why would you ever want a flat bagel?
Can you share that so I can see what we're talking about here?
It just showed me a picture of a bagel.
Oh, yeah. That was somebody just messed up when they were making a bagel, and they were like, "Oh, well, I didn't make a bagel. I made a flagel."
This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Nobody wants that.
That's not a bagel. How about the little bagel chips? You like the little bagel chips?
Love them.
Oh, my God, they're good. With a little hummus.
Ooh, good call.
Yeah.
Donut holes are to donuts what essence is to cards.
That's deep.
Sorare said someone just sat on a bagel and decided it was new.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, look what I got here.
Oh, this is so much better.
I made something a little different.
Yeah. Yeah, anyway.
Larry, what do you think? Did we teach people how to win more?
No, I wasn't telling people how to win more. It was just like a figure out how you want to play this game and go play it. Stop whining everywhere.
Yeah, we solved that.
We solved that. We solved the boxes.
Yeah.
I mean,
and we had leftover time. We had to talk about bagels.
Right. So. Thank you, everybody, for coming. If you could please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Shout out to Quinny. And Andy, I've had a few people contact me about ranking certain foods. Is that something we should do every week? Like some people submit like a category and we'll just rank them.
So you're basically asking for people to take a show that we already probably go off topic for like 45 minutes or more and to like kind of push us in that direction.
Yeah.
Like steer where the off topic area is going.
Right. Can we be off topic if somebody actually mentions it beforehand?
Why stop at food? Top 5 anything.
Yeah, no, I think that's right. Yeah, it could be.
Top 5 I don't know, sports. Top 5 sports. What give me that right now. Your top 5 sports before we leave.
Ping pong
is number 1.
Archer. No, I'm just kidding.
1 or 5.
What am I like that I like to watch?
No,
just like the best.
There's no.
Just that's it.
That's it.
I think it's basketball, soccer, which I'm specifically calling soccer, I think third, I'm not sure if it's classified as a sport yet, but I'm going to say pickleball, bowling, and Formula One, but only during Drive to Survive, not actual Formula One. Thanks, everyone, for coming. See you next week.
Welcome to the SorareAndrews show, where we talk fantasy football, but you never know.